What is up, everyone, and welcome to episode 83 of the Party Chat podcast. As always, I am your host Squiggy, and I am joined by Slazo and Laura. Hello, guy and girl.
Hi!
Silence.
Sorry, I thought Slazo was going to be saying hi, so I was not prepared. I was
just going to do
nice.
an awkward silence and see how Squiggy fielded it.
I didn't want to do that to Squiggy. Despite him, because...
Little Miss Sweet right here.
Oh no, he just told me before the podcast he has blackmail material, so...
I have a lot of blackmail material on a lot of people.
Thank
if you're
you.
listening to this, I probably have blackmail material on you.
That's creepy, and if you're still listening and not trying to track Squiggy down...
Good luck.
I was going to be like, it's the Party Chat podcast, is it not, Squiggy? It's meant to be light and fun.
It is light and fun. So, speaking of light and fun, what games have you been playing this week, Laura?
Mario Kart.
Oh, the Switch one.
Mario Kart Eat! No, the Wii U one. Played online. A lot of people call themselves Daddy and Mummy. It's concerning.
So what?
There's a lot of people call themselves Daddy and Mummy on their online. Come across a lot of dads, mums,
Seriously?
daddies, mummies. 100% serious. We come across Big Daddy earlier. Came across Hulk Hogan the other day. His me looked like Hulk Hogan. That was weird. Shout out to you if you're listening.
Shout out to Hulk Hogan.
Shout out to Hulk Hogan. Because I believe it was legitimately him playing Mario Kart on his Wii U. But, yeah, Mario Kart 8, still enjoying Mario Kart 8. I look enviously at, jealously, I can't even say words. I'm just jealous of everyone with it on Switch, all the additional stuff. About it.
Which you mostly have access to because you have the season pass.
I know, most of it I have access to, but then I can't play with you guys, can I? There's a wall, there's a barrier.
Me and Slazo are the
Got
extra.
Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. You can play with you.
Oh,
I don't.
see.
Awkward. Anyway, Slazo, what have you been playing this week? Anything?
Okay, so I've been playing Mario Kart 8 on the
Switch.
on the right
The
console.
good one. Good lad. I knew I could rely on you.
There's no judgment on people that don't have money, guys. If you have a Wii U, you're special too. You're valid.
Very special.
Valid.
Okay. But yes, that continued to make my way for 150cc, and then more Persona 5. I'm now in the middle of the 4th palace, which is a bit different to what I was expecting, but hey, that's cool. Made a nice change of pace. And I also picked up Kamiko on the Switch this week and gave that a whirl. And yeah, that's an interesting game, but I'll talk more about that in the plug section.
Ooh. Plug.
What about you, Squiggy?
Mario Kart 8 on the Switch. I've been playing some battle mode. I've not really played battle mode on it on Mario Kart probably since the N64 version properly, so I thought I'd give it a go on the Switch.
Good one to get back into it on.
I did some bomb on blast and just a balloon battle. 4 rounds of each, so I did 4 maps of one, 4 tracks on the other, so I've done all 8 of them. Yeah. The least said about that, the better, I think, because do you know my Joy-Con disconnection issues?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting them again. So
have you considered? I don't know. I've got nothing. I've never had them. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, because it's weird because I wasn't getting them. I played one round of Bomb on Blast, and I went like massively in the lead. I must have got like 18 points or something in the first one. I can't really remember. And then I played the next round, and my cart just started going off to the left and off to the right and not throwing the bombs. And I was like, what's going on here? Then obviously it was the Joy-Con, obviously. So yeah, but no, I enjoyed battle mode. Actually, it was quite fun.
It is a riot. Yeah. I haven't played much of it because I'd rather do it with other people. But I'll probably, like, next time I do a video games night with friends, play a lot of battle mode and be like, oh yes.
Yeah, I thought I'd just give it a go against the computer. But it was quite fun. Can you play online battle mode?
Yeah.
Hi, Slazo.
There's no, like, I don't know how it works in terms of lobbies, but I know, like, when you just join online matches, there's no control over what mode you're in. It just randomly picks.
That sucks. But yeah, no, I want to play a bit more of that, so I might do some of that further down the line. I've also been playing a lot more of Horizon now. I am, from what I've gathered, I am probably very, very close to the end. Like, very close. I'm still enjoying it. It's not been a bit of a drag, but the worst part for me has been travelling across from basically a lot of the places towards the end are places that you've never explored before. So you've got to like either what's it called? There's a word for it to do with the machine, so you can like jump on the backs and ride them like a horse, or you've got to walk the distance, and it's quite a way to walk. Like about, I don't know what it's classed in, but it says 4,000 of whatever it is. I don't know if it's meters, steps. I don't really know. So
Probably not feet.
Yeah. So it's quite a, so it is quite a hike around, and that's probably the only part that I've not really been enjoying. Like recently playing it, combat's still really fun. I'm really enjoying.
Is there no like quick travel?
There is, but you've got to unlock campfires to quick travel to them. So
oh my god, I just got Tomb Raider flashbacks when you said that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so it's fine. So
See, I thought more Dark Souls, but
Nice.
So for this one mission, I was basically going to the far corner of a map where I'd never explored it before.
okay.
But obviously, once you're done there, you can fast travel back to anywhere else. So it's not too bad that way. But it was just the trek of getting there, really. But no, I'm really enjoying it. I've done a few side quests. They're just fun little ones to pick up and do. Cleared some bandit camps out as well, which is quite fun, and obviously done a lot of the main story. And I think the story it's basic. It's not, it's not an Uncharted style story, but it's been good. It's been good. There's not really much to say about it. I've enjoyed the story. I enjoy the combat. I love the world. But yeah, that's all this is to say. Hopefully I'll be finishing that by the time the next podcast comes around, so I might be able to talk a little bit more in depth about it, about my full thoughts and everything, so we'll see there. But anyway, some housekeeping before we jump straight into the main stuff of this. This is the Party Chat podcast, brought to you every Wednesday by us lovely people at Retro Remastered. You can find us on YouTube. I got it right this time. I finally got it right. Yeah, you can find us on YouTube. If you search Party Chat Podcast on YouTube, you'll find us. If you probably search for Retro Remastered, you probably should find us as well. So yeah, we are there. But anyway, let's jump straight into the news. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I've got 8 items on my list this week, and we'll start with some news coming from Square Enix. So Square Enix,
that's a great reaction.
Yeah, so Square Enix have announced the decision to sell Hitman developer IO Interactive, which is obviously putting the series in doubt, but I believe as well it was the best-selling game for Square Enix this year or last year.
I'm not sure if it was the best selling, because obviously it had to go up against Final Fantasy 15, but I know it did well for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting one trying to sell them. I can go like the release statement and everything. I can read. I'll read the part of the statement out to you. To maximise player satisfaction as well as market potential going forward, we are focusing our resources and energies on key franchises and studios. As a result, the company has regrettably decided to withdraw from the business of IO Interactive AS as a wholly owned subsidiary and a Danish corporation as of March 31st, 2017. So, there you go.
It's even more hilarious because later on they said, yeah, we want to focus more on games as a service, and everyone went, what, you mean like Hitman?
Yeah.
Was and still is and has been updating actively for like 14 months.
Yeah, but it's like but they're saying they're sort of focusing on key franchises. Hitman is a massive franchise still. It's not as well. It's not as big as it used
their
to be.
biggest one in terms of their Western portfolio.
Yeah, but it's still a big franchise in general. Like you say Hitman, you know instantly what it is.
Yeah,
we have a bloke at work we call Hitman.
It's
no
a
one
weird
knows
one,
what it is, but
especially after the last one did so well critically and like with players. Also, when they go like, do you increase player satisfaction? It's like you're not increasing player satisfaction by canning Hitman, mate.
Yeah, it's strange. It's a weird one.
Stupid if you ask me, but this is Square Enix who were like, Tomb Raider wasn't a success. It's like sold 8 million.
Yeah.
Another man's success is another man's failure.
But
that's not an actual quote.
The weird thing is as well is that IO moved into a new office in November 2016.
Yep.
And in March 2017, Square Enix, I think they celebrated 1 year of the new Hitman, so they'd made a big deal about it. And then, 2 weeks later, it's like, yeah, we're selling you. We're getting rid of you. Sorry, lads. Thanks for coming. TFC,
we're
thanks
in May.
for coming.
But yeah.
No, but like they announced it in March the 31st that it's done. Like,
wait, so they've already been sold?
Well, no. Basically, as of March the 31st, they're withdrawing from them. So
but March 31st, it's gone.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. That at the start of March, they celebrated 1 year of the new Hitman. A few weeks later, they're like, right, see you later.
No, I'm saying like, how can they say as of a day that's been like over a month and a half ago in a statement.
I think they mean that they're ceasing doing anything with them from that on, and then they're going to probably try and find a buyer. They've probably been trying to find a buyer since then. That's what I'm going with. But yeah, I mean, hopefully there will be a buyer for them.
I can't see how. It seems like such a great thing to go buy. If I had money, I'd go buy it. Wouldn't do anything with it because I have no skills, but that's not the point.
Yeah, it's one of them where would a first party pick them up, like Microsoft or Sony?
I don't know. I mean, Deep Silver like to buy stuff.
Yeah, Deep Silver. I can't think of anyone.
Deep Silver don't have the money.
Hashtag our saviours. Hashtag maybe they have secret stashes.
Or most likely Activision or EA would jump in, I'd say.
Yeah, Activision could be one, yeah.
Although one of them used to own Eidos, which was the owner of IO. I want to say... didn't Hitman used to be published under EA or Activision?
I'm not sure. I feel like if it was, it would have been Activision. But now I'm thinking it was Ubisoft.
Oh!
Maybe. I swear, they jumped from a big publisher to another one.
Hitman, you sly person, sly series, always moving. I just don't know you.
Yeah, well, that news could mark the end of the Hitman franchise. I hope not. I really
never, because it got good again.
Yeah.
It got good. It restored. If they had ended it on the one before the season 1 thing and all this episode stuff, and if they had ended it before this game happened, I think people would have been like, all right, had our memories, blood money and all that, great times. But the fact that they came back really strong, won a lot of people over who had doubts after. Absolution was the one that got doubts, wasn't it? Was it Absolution? I think it was.
I can't remember which one was the last one.
Yeah, but it did a lot, and everyone was like, yeah, Hitman's back to being as good as it would in Blood Money, and I want to buy it and stuff.
I don't know, it was on one or two of our top fave fives from last year as well, so it's like, yay, thanks Square Enix, you're the greatest.
Yeah, but another franchise that could not be around for a while is Mass Effect, which is the next news item. So the Mass Effect series is on ice. This is according to Kotaku, basically because of the Andromeda disappointment. So the developer BioWare Montreal is now a support studio apparently, and it's helping out with the company's EA's new live service. I don't know what it is, and it's codenamed Dylan. I have no idea what that is, but obviously it means they're not going to work on a Mass Effect game for a while.
That's
yeah.
Okay, it's still, even though it was a disappointment and didn't.
Yeah.
No. This is what I'm saying. It's actually kind of surprising that they went this, because I thought it was, it was average reviews and stuff. I thought the whole point was it started here ready for the whole trilogy, and you know what I mean. I was going to be kind of enthusiastic about the next one because they would have learned from the feedback. Not that they were going to go away and hide.
Yeah, but look at the sheer amount of time it's taken to make this game.
You make a good point. The amount of E3s I had to sit through. Yeah. I kind of see that to some degree, but it's just kind of because this was always felt like it was going to be the start of a new trilogy. A lot of people, I don't think Squiggy was one of them, were like, oh, cool, it's a good building point, it's not perfect, but, builds into the second one, because Mass Effect 2 was definitely better than, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
Mass Effect 2 was better than 1, yeah.
And stuff like that, and it'd be the same case here and stuff like that, but, yeah, they're putting it on ice. Yeah, I'm kind of still surprised by it. Might just be me.
I'm not so much.
In a way, I am because of Mass Effect and how well the first 3 did, and obviously I know this one didn't do that well, but there's still a lot of people who did enjoy it. Oh, it's not as much as probably 1, 2, and 3, and it probably wasn't as much of a commercial success.
It made it worse that there'd been so many top tier games released around it as well. All the games were knocking it out of the park with Metacritics of 90 and stuff.
I was gonna say, it was here's Mass Effect, a cool game. It's here's Zelda and Horizon.
I know. I think if it maybe came out as a summer title, it might have.
I feel if it
sold
maybe
better.
came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, and that as well. But no, it's disappointing because I saw this as the start of a new trilogy, and I think they said that. So obviously it hasn't performed as EA wanted, which you can tell that from sales. It sold less than Mass Effect 3 did in its first week. Obviously reviews weren't very good. From what I've seen, Eurogamer I think called it BioWare's worst RPG yet, which again isn't a bad thing because it's BioWare.
What?
Yeah, when you're saying, when he's saying
they're saying it's BioWare's worst
Right.
RPG, but
Sorry.
because BioWare do, they've done a lot of
I
decent
feel
RPGs.
having someone come up to your game portfolio and say this is the worst one you've made is always a bad thing.
Yeah, no, it is, but depending on who the developer is. But people will just read that and think, oh, worst RPG. I'm done. But no, I'm disappointed. I want to play Andromeda, and I might pick it up and play it after I finished with Horizon. Because I've played the first hour and I really enjoyed it.
See, I'm put off a little bit more because I always thought I'd end up with it despite me being disappointed by it when it got cheap just because ready for number 2, etc.
Yeah.
And if number 2's miles away...
Well, that's the thing now. There's no rush to play it. You may as well wait until it drops to like a $5. Like a month before Mass Effect Andromeda 2 comes out in, 20 years time or whatever?
Yeah, I binged all the others in like a short space, so I had 1 and 2 really quick, really quick and cheap, so...
Yeah, but I think this is going to ruin sales even more now, but I suppose it's better for people who've waited because the price will come down now. I think the price has been holding at around sort of £42. It's been the cheapest I've seen it. So, if
But hey, you will see a Mass Effect game in a couple of years. They'll just re-release the trilogy on this gen.
Yeah, I'll buy that. Definitely.
That's the point. You'd buy that one. So.
Yeah, but no, it's. I think it's disappointing more for the studio than anything. But I think the important thing to note is that there's no big layoffs being made from this. I think a lot of them have gone to EA Motive, which is also in Montreal, the same as BioWare, to work on Battlefront 2. And I think the ones who are left are obviously going to support whatever BioWare are doing from now on in sort of Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer. So it's not as if people have lost jobs, I suppose, which is always a good thing. That's the one positive to take away from that, I think. Anyway, moving along from that negative story, or positive, whichever way you want to put a spin on it. So, Vanquish is coming to PC on the 25th of May via Steam. So,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, when did this come out?
Like years ago.
It came out before the Xbox One and PS4 came out, didn't it?
It's a last gen game, yeah.
So I feel like it came out probably about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe?
Yep.
But it came out in 2010, so 7 years.
Yeah.
Wow. But basically, the PC version is going to have an unlocked frame rate, so you can crank it up from 60 to 144 frames per second if you want to. There's 4K resolution support, all the big graphics options, keyboard and mouse support, and there's obviously Steam big picture support as well. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how much it's going to retail for because it's a 7-year-old game.
Probably 20, 25.
Yeah, I've never played it, but it was one of Platinum's best games, wasn't it?
Sold shite, but was critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah,
I mean, what more can you say about that? That's why it's getting another place to be released on.
yeah,
Another
yeah.
chance to sell some stuff.
Yeah, but that comes out on 25th
It's
of
a
May.
cult classic, I suppose.
Yeah,
Either way, but
and if it goes cheap in one of the Steam sales, I might pick it up. It's worth noting that Bayonetta came out, was it 2 weeks
Bayonetta's
ago?
on Steam as well,
I
yeah.
was going to say that came out about 2 weeks ago on Steam, so there's a few of those games knocking around now. Next on my list is to do with the Nintendo Switch. So, obviously you buy the Nintendo Switch, you get a dock, which comes with an HDMI cable and a power adapter, but you're thinking, well, what if I want to move my Switch to another room and don't want to unplug everything? You're in luck. On the 23rd of June in the UK, Nintendo is going to release a Nintendo Switch dock, docker set sort of thing. I don't know what it's called. I think it is called the dock set, which comes with a dock, an AC adapter, and an HDMI cable. In the US, it costs $90.
What?
Yeah, so that's probably going to be what, £70 around here
For what?
for the dock, a power cable, and an HDMI cable.
Why is that 70 quid?
Yeah, I was going to say I'd rather have the hassle of unplugging stuff.
That literally makes no sense to me because the dock has like jack all in it.
Yeah,
So
an HDMI cable you can get for £99 from Amazon if you really wanted. You could probably buy an AC adapter because it's just USB-C.
Yep.
You could buy one of them, probably what, tenner maybe?
Tenner, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 11 quid you spent so far. So for that, I just unplugged the dock from my 2 cables, which is next to us, and then just move that to another room, plugged into the cables in there.
Yeah.
And not pay £70.
ridiculous. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough. It was like 20 quid for 20.
Switch accessories are insane.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I can understand slightly more than 20, maybe like 30 quid or so.
Maybe
but,
for
like,
that I'd think about it, but
the prices Nintendo are trying to get away with for accessories are insane.
well, the thing is though is that they don't set prices over here, but they do set them in America, and $90 in America is expensive. But I'll be interested to see what the likes of Game and that retail them at, but I think they'll just 70, 75. Maybe even just replace a dollar with a pound sign. That one wouldn't surprise me either, to be honest. But yeah, I know a lot of people were asking sort of for extra docks and stuff. I saw a lot of posts about that when the console was announced.
First I've ever heard of it.
See, I read quite a bit. People were asking, "Oh, can we buy these extra docks just to move them, keep them around the house and everything?" And I think these people are going to be a bit annoyed that it's $90, 70 quid, whatever. Because who's going to pay that? Like, I'm sorry, who would pay that? If you've got enough money to buy that, you may as well save a little more money, just buy another Switch and just have that in another room. But anyway, that's my rant over about that.
Yeah, so basically, price. To sum up, money.
Money. Yeah. Next on the list is to do with Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So obviously that's not the most recent Call of Duty game, but it is still the most popular Call of Duty game at the minute. It's obviously doing so much better than Infinite Warfare, so there's some new DLC for Black Ops 3, and this was announced via a t-shirt apparently. Yes, I know, a t-shirt. Basically
That's the best way to reveal anything.
Yeah, I know. Basically what it is Zombies DLC, and it includes 8 remastered zombie maps and some bonus ones. So basically what you get is you get 3 remastered maps from Call of Duty World at War, which is where the original zombies came in. You get 4 from Call of Duty Black Ops. You get 1 from Black Ops 2, and then you get some extra bonus stuff, probably to do with the actual game itself, like extra stuff for in the game. And the pack launches on the 16th of May for PlayStation 4, and probably a month later on Xbox. I think that sums up the sales of Infinite Warfare, that they're releasing zombie DLC for Black Ops 3 when Infinite Warfare does have a zombie mode as well. I think that sort of sums up that, but it's quite cool that you're getting all these maps, I think, if you want to sort of play them. But I don't know, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know, I feel like I want to see it in action and see how the numbers go before I actually thought. I don't think it affects me particularly. Well, that was deadly silent.
Yeah, but would you, if you were a fan of zombies, would you pay £25 for that?
I feel like I'm buying a separate game for that sort of amount. So how much do I think it?
25 quid?
Yeah.
What? No.
Okay, we've angered Slazo now.
Sorry, I didn't realise that was the price point. Jesus, no, like, okay, I it's quite a nice large map. I'll give you that, but that's like 50.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it's the equivalent of a game that's worth 25 quid, I read in this hypothetical situation.
Maps.
Yeah.
Not a standalone game in any way.
No, but the maps are pretty
huge, big, replayable.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I could put 20 hours into them.
I sunk in the first Call of Duty World at War. I think it's called Nacht Untoten. That is the worst German accent ever, and I apologise. Which is the abandoned bunker, the original one. I must have probably sunk about 20, 30 hours just onto that map alone. So
good for you. I don't think that's value.
I suppose it depends. Like, if you're a big fan of zombies, then fair enough. You're getting more maps and stuff, and you probably will buy that. But for me, who doesn't really, I play zombies quite casually, that I don't really care about the rest of the maps. I don't think I've played any of the other maps, to be honest. So it doesn't really do anything for me there. But I think it's more interesting to see that it's coming out for Black Ops 3 than it is for Infinite Warfare, which sums up how bad Infinite Warfare is sold. More than anything.
I mean, Infinite Warfare is microtransactions, so it's probably doing fine.
Yeah, I think they've put more microtransactions into Black Ops 3 as well, and keep releasing more stuff for that. I think there's new guns coming out for it every now and then and stuff as well. But yeah, more zombie maps, 25 quid, 16th of May. What more can you want, really?
a good COD game.
Wow.
But you might get one this year.
For the record, I've not played Black Ops 3, so like if that's good, I apologise.
Do you know what it is?
Black Ops 1 and 2 were good,
know what
so
it
maybe
is, right?
3 was good.
I think Black Ops. This is just my opinion. I think Black
You've
Ops,
played it, so I'm fully
I've
trusting
played
your opinion
Black Ops,
here.
I've played Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare. I think Infinite Warfare is better than Black Ops 3. And that's my
I can
opinion.
believe that. I thought Infinite Warfare was pretty fun.
Yeah, I like the story. I prefer the story of Infinite Warfare. I prefer the maps on Infinite Warfare Online, and I've sunk a lot more hours into
Here's the
Infinite
thing:
Warfare. than
everyone
Black
craps
Ops.
on Infinite Warfare. I'm still perfectly happy with the £80 purchase I made that got me that and Modern Warfare Remastered. I don't regret that.
Yeah, I don't regret that at all either. I don't understand why there's so much hate towards it. Like, a lot of pro gamers don't like it either. I don't really understand the hate because I really enjoy it. I mean,
I can understand the multiplayer of it because I know when I tried the multiplayer of Infinite, I was like, this is a bit like it's getting a bit too kind of blink you're dead.
see, I didn't
a bit
find
silly.
that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just good.
Plus, microtransactions like in that capacity suck when they have an influence on gameplay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but
Keep it purely cosmetic, folks.
yeah, but even then, you look like an idiot walking around with a luminous green gun or whatever it is.
Oh no, look at me. Like I mean, I think that would be cool if you came around the corner with a luminous green gun.
Actually, to be fair, I have an luminous green gun in Infinite Warfare.
Well, there you go.
That's not the point,
Like,
though.
shoot, like play against me, and I'll be like, that's cool.
As I shoot you in the head, that's cool. I'm happy with that.
That's cool. Shame I could only look at it for 2 frames.
Yeah, see, I've honestly never had that problem playing Infinite Warfare, which is weird. I don't understand, but yeah. Anyway, moving along. Let's not get into this discussion because we could go on for a while, I think. The next news item is PS2 classic Resident Evil Code Veronica X is out on PS4. So that came out last week. I think it came out on the Wednesday. So yes, it came out the day last week's podcast went live. It's the PS2 Classics version of the game, which is basically just a port, and it's not the HD one, which came out on PS3 and Xbox 360 back in 2011. Just in case you wanted to know.
PS4's quest to have every Resident Evil continues.
Yeah,
It's got most of them on it, but there's point available for download.
I think they do, don't they? There's a lot of them. Was this game popular? I've never played this one before. I don't really know anything about it, but it's the fact that it's been released twice since the original.
I mean, I think it's one of the more popular of the non-numbered games, but I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. But like this is one that I'm more aware of than others. So like, there's the weird 4-player ones on PS2, which never got any love, but
Yeah.
I think this one did okay. You see, now I'm just thinking of like, because there's so many of them by this point, I'd love so like we had the Metal Gear Legacy box that me and you both own.
Yeah.
I'd love one of those for Resident Evil.
Yeah, I'd quite like one of them.
Like, imagine that 1 through 7. Code Veronica X. I don't know what else you could put on there. Maybe put the on rails ones on there. Dark
Yeah.
Side and Umbrella Chronicles.
Yeah, that could work as well. To be fair, I would just like to see every single one of them.
Well, that's the thing. There's been a lot of like random obscure ones, so I can understand if not every single one of them was in there, but like at least have like the main 7 and 0, and then
Yeah.
throw in a few extras as like, yeah, cool. We
Yeah.
can port this easily.
Yeah, well, a lot of them are already there to download anyway, so a bit like how you got Metal Gear Solid 1 was a download code in the Legacy Collection. You could just give download codes for all them. They don't even have to do anything.
Yep. And Special Ops was too. I have no idea what Special Ops was. I never played it. But,
And you'll never know.
I mean, to be fair, I never played 2 or 3.
Wow, okay. I've never
Are we talking about
Played
Metal Gear
any of
Solid or
them,
Resident
so
Evil here? I'm not too sure which one.
I've played Resident Evil 4, Squiggy.
Just thought I'd double check. Anyway, moving along. So it's just some more. This is more. It's not a news story. It's just something that was more interesting. So EA sort of released some stats about some of the games. I think it was. I don't know if it was in the financial year, end of year summary sort of thing. But I just think it was quite interesting. So obviously EA went back to World War One with Battlefield, and the game's had over 19 million players playing the game. Obviously, that doesn't mean 90 million people are playing it right now, but they've had 90 million people since it came out until now, which is quite impressive, I think.
90 million people bought Battlefield 1.
Well,
Is that
apparently.
what you're trying to tell me?
I don't. Well, that's the thing. I don't really know. Are they saying? because I didn't think
'Cause
sales were
that's
that good.
really impressive sales if you pull
Yeah.
that off. But
So I don't really get that. But they've said, so basically said 90 million people have played it, but does that mean like duplicate accounts and stuff
does this
like
include
that?
I don't know, was it on EA Access or beta or anything?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Or was it like,
Maybe-
they had 90
maybe
million
that then.
people online gamers playing it, where people can obviously make multiple tags and everything?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh my god, the stats!
Yeah.
Why can't stats just be easy to decipher?
But it's still,
But
it's still
The
quite,
jest
it's
is
still
what
quite
you
impressive. Obviously, because they took a risk going back to World War One. They did well. I think they did well with that. They also released some stats on FIFA 17. There was more than 21 million players during that.
I
And-
believe
Oh,
that
yeah.
sold
Yeah.
20 million.
Yeah,
that's a cool. If anything, it's a little low. I
and-
could have gone higher.
FIFA 17, which traditionally almost always tops various European games charts. Although not this week, 'cause Mario Kart 8 somehow retained, which is
Yeah,
brilliant.
we're
But,
praising
okay.
it as well.
Prey lost
yeah.
to Mario Kart. That was
I
surprising.
know, I was surprised by that. Anyway, yeah, so 21 million players, and I think apparently that made it by a massive margin the world's biggest sports game franchise, which I think we all expected anyway.
Yeah. Bigger
Also,
than Madden.
in FIFA 17 there was a journey mode, which I know Laura's played. 12 million people.
I like the journey
Played
mode.
Journey,
so,
so-
yeah.
I like the
Around
idea
about-
you've got it and haven't played it.
It doesn't interest me at all. It really doesn't.
It was the main feature, and it's something new and different.
It honestly doesn't interest me at all. That's the thing. I just don't care.
It's new, Squiggy.
It's because he didn't get to be Newcastle.
Pretty
I mean,
much,
he would
yeah.
have if he got to go on loan to Newcastle, because I went to Newcastle.
Yeah, but I want to be at Newcastle, so maybe I'll play Journey 2 next year. But yeah, so 12 million people played that, so over half of the people who played FIFA played Journey mode. And apparently there's no numbers released, but FIFA Ultimate Team had a 13% increase of people who play that, which I can understand because there was new stuff added to Ultimate Team as well, so I can understand that. And I've played
Isn't that the microtransaction hell? That's
Yes.
Ultimate Team, right?
yeah, Ultimate Team, yeah. It's not.
Okay.
See, I've never spent any of my own money.
Oh, okay. I'm not denying that you can get through it without spending money,
Yeah.
but that's what
It is
part of the game.
Yeah,
it is.
basically, if you're not very good at the game, you can pay money to get the best players, and even if you're rubbish, if you've got the best players in your team, you are going to be better.
Right. So, enjoy this. This is the one moment of my life I'm going to take a casual interest in FIFA. So, what are the modes you now? You have Journey. You have Ultimate
You've
Team.
got Journey, Ultimate Team. You've just got your online matches where you play as normal teams.
Yeah, I don't care about online 1v1. I mean actual solid modes. For example, Pez has the Master League.
Yeah, so
Is
where
there,
you've got season. Is it manager mode or season mode? I can't remember which one it is, but it's basically you take charge of the team.
Okay.
You've got online clubs where you can go up and down divisions and everything like that. You play online with that.
Okay.
But yeah, but I played a lot more Ultimate Team this year. I really enjoyed Ultimate Team. But again, like I was saying there, the microtransactions. I'm not bad at FIFA. Laura will admit that I'm decent at FIFA, I think.
He's all right.
And the amount of times I've come up against a team who've made up of the best players in the world, pretty much, and I've completely outplayed them and outclassed them, for them just to get the ball and just run as quick as they can because the players are so fast, and just pass the ball into the net because they're not going to miss. Play to win. Play to win, kids. Play to win. Pay to win, kids.
Play to win, yeah.
Yeah. But I thought some of those stats were quite interesting, actually, like the 19 million for Battlefield 1 and stuff like that. And apparently that's 50% up from Battlefield 4.
I can believe that Battlefield 4 didn't seem to do great. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so I thought it was more interesting. So we're going to end on some E3 stuff. So we spoke, was it last week, about Sony's E3 plans?
Yep.
And I think we mentioned how Nintendo said they weren't going to have a conference in their investor call or whatever it is. But now Nintendo have announced their plans to the world. And we're going to tell you them. So,
Shock, gasp, what could it be?
so instead of a press conference, obviously they're going to hold something called Nintendo Spotlight, which is basically a Nintendo Direct type thing, I'm assuming.
I think it's what they're calling Nintendo Directs now that
Yeah.
aren't specifically focused on one thing.
Yeah, so it's called Nintendo Spotlight. That is on June the 13th at 5 p.m. UK time. So
Yay! I'm on holiday.
I'm off all that week as well. And that's going to show you Nintendo Switch games for 2017, including Super Mario Odyssey. So you get to see a bit of that. And then after the Nintendo Spotlight, there's going to be Nintendo Treehouse Live, which is going to show Nintendo Switch and 3DS gameplay from people around there.
Yep.
And then on June the 13th and the 14th, there's going to be some live tournaments, and these are going to be Splatoon 2, the World Inkling Invitational, and the ARMS 2017 Open Invitational from the E3 booth on the show floor. So that's quite that part's quite cool. That's the part that jumps out to me straight away.
That's probably going to be the part where I make my purchasing decision on ARMS, because I think I can't remember the exact date for ARMS off the top of my head, but I think it's like only a week or so later.
It's not long after that, isn't it?
So that's probably where I'm going to make my final kind of am I buying ARMS at launch or not decision.
But I think that's quite cool that they're hosting live sort of tournaments on the show floor.
Well, they've done it before. Like they did the World Championships a few years back, where we had Reggie getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, but obviously that proved popular, and I think with the popularity of esports, I think it's only getting more popular and popular. The fact that
Nintendo are trying to like market the Switch more in that direction.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The fact that they're doing this at E3 as well.
Yep.
Sort of, it's impressive, and I think it's a step in the right direction for Nintendo. I do still think they should have had a press conference just to go on the back of the popularity
Switch
of the Switch.
launched
But I
fine
can
without
understand
one.
why that happened.
I think I can see the argument on both. It's like the Switch did all right without not having previously one or whatever and stuff like that, so it justifies them not having one. But then it's like the Switch is so successful, why not just add to it, do one, celebrate that success while also promoting it?
They could do a spotlight.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say you could argue both cases.
Yeah. But no, that's the thing. I can see both reasons. I think I just wanted one just to see Nintendo come out to a rapturous round of applause from the audience and just think, you deserve that. You've done well this year. You deserve that. But yeah, so that is on the 30th of June. That's when it all kicks off for Nintendo. Obviously, E3 kicks off before that, which links into our topic of the week, which we're going to talk about later on. But before we do that, we've got some game releases coming out this week because, we like to play games. So there's quite a few actually.
2/3 of us like to play games.
Slazo, why don't you like to play games?
I don't know, Squiggy. I've become allergic.
You disgust me.
I've made them for too long.
So we've got quite a few releases this week. The first one is Farpoint for the PS4. Obviously, that's an exclusive. It is, PlayStation VR. I don't know. If
so this is your field of expertise, then, Squiggy.
Yeah, Squiggy.
I don't really know loads about this game, but I have seen a lot of gameplay footage of it, like people going in to play it. It does look quite fun. I'm not going to lie. It does look quite fun. What is it? Basically, it's set on a planet somewhere. I don't know where.
Set on a planet, right?
Basically, it's like Mass Effect in VR without the RPG stuff.
Okay.
It's pretty much what we'll go with. But this is the one that uses, the light gun thing. Have you seen
that thing.
This is the one that uses that. But I've seen a lot of sort of YouTubers playing it. They've been invited to press events to play it, and it works quite well. It does look pretty good the way it all works together. It's not just like a gimmick sort of thing. It does make it look like you are actually holding the gun and having to reload it and everything like that.
So you're gonna pick it up?
I don't know. I'm tempted to pick it up. I'm more tempted to pick it up.
What games have you bought for your VR since you bought your VR?
Don't do this. The man is busy. The man is busy.
I have Eve and Until Dawn, and obviously
you should buy this game. And you're not going to play Until Dawn because you're.
Yeah. Okay. To be fair, why did you buy Until Dawn? You are a bit of a.
Well, I said I didn't buy it. I got it for a Christmas present.
Okay. Who doesn't know you?
Oh, I asked for it.
I don't know. Alternatively, they know him very well and want a very specific reaction.
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm sure someone would notice him. Please record this. But no, I'm quite interested in this. From what I've seen of it, it does look quite impressive. But I might wait and see what some reviews are like first on it, because if you want that and the controller, it's £75. So I don't.
Yeah, okay, actually, no, that's all right.
Yeah, but I don't want to jump in paying £75 for it to be hopeless. But it does look quite impressive from what I've seen. So we'll see. This could be the killer app for PlayStation VR that it needs. We'll see. Next on the list is a game called The Surge, and that comes out on the 16th of May. The Surge is out on PS4 and Xbox One. Have you heard of this at all?
Nope.
Okay.
No idea.
I'll read the description then.
Please do.
Set in a heavily dystopian future as Earth nears the ends of its life, those who remain in the overpopulated cities must work to survive as social programs become saturated by an aging population and increasing environmental diseases. A brand new RPG set in the dystopian future by the makers of Lords of the Fallen. Tight, visceral combat mechanics where every move counts, a unique and exciting disarmament and upgrade system. Sounds like Fallout.
I was gonna say I've heard of Lords of the Fallen. I couldn't tell you what it is, but I mean, okay, it sounds like a game. So
It sounds like Fallout. Looks like Destiny.
So it's Division.
Kind of, a little bit. It's set in the future. But yeah, that comes out this week. I don't really know much about that, to be honest. I've not really seen much about it either.
This is the first I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, I was about to say the same as Slazo. This is like completely so far under the radar that I literally feel like I have to Google it to make sure you're just not putting in fake games now.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Please no. It's not. I'll do this. Don't make me get the FBI on you.
Hey.
Yeah, so that is whatever I said it was called. The Surge. I've already
Surge.
forgotten what it was called. That's how much I don't care about it. Next on the list is Injustice 2.
I keep forgetting this is happening.
I know,
Because
I
even
keep
though I
forgetting
was
as
in
well.
game the other day and they like gave me a voucher and it's like, you can't use this on Injustice 2. And I think my first reaction was, wait,
Why?
Injustice 2 is coming out? And my second reaction is, you think people care that much about Injustice 2?
Do you know
Which
what?
sounds cruel, but
The first one was good, but
the first one I have because they gave it to me for free.
on PlayStation Plus, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have bought it without that, but I did actually quite enjoy it playing it. I did think it was actually quite good. But
I mean,
fighting games aren't really for me.
it's got a chance because it'll be coming out around the same time as Wonder Woman in cinemas. So
Yeah.
I guess they could piggyback off that.
Piggyback off the Batman vs Superman hype from last year as well.
Yeah,
Wonder
'cause that-
Woman's might be alright, so...
No, it's more than the fact that I feel like you probably have a better strategy for it than them.
Yeah, but no, from what I've seen of it looks pretty good. But again, I'm not a fan of fighting games. I'm not really that bothered about the DC universe. I care more about the Marvel universe than DC, so I'm not too fussed
I mean,
by it.
I don't know, like, I feel Injustice tries to take itself too like, it tries to be like, oh, we're like Mortal Kombat, and it's like, I don't care. Like, MVC3 is more MVC3. Marvel vs. Capcom is more lighthearted and fun, whereas Injustice is like, gritty and serious, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go with the fun, thanks.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, can't argue with that.
Yeah, it's got a new. It's developed by the Mortal Kombat people,
That explains
which
a lot.
explains that. Yeah. It also has an epic cinematic storyline if you read the actual features of the product according to the game website, which actually continues on from the original one.
Oh no.
Yeah. So if you haven't played
Fighting
the
game
original-
storylines, ha ha ha.
Yeah. But no, if it goes cheap, if it goes free, I might pick it up. Like, I'm not.
On PS Plus, sure.
Yeah, like, I'm really not bothered about it at all. It looks good, but again, I'm not bothered about fighting games, and I'm not really bothered about DC. So, not really selling it to me. Are you two interested at all? Laura's not. It's a game.
I'm 100% not interested, not just because it's a game. I'm just nothing there to convince me.
DC
to
have
try it.
lots of cool characters that I like, then none of them will be in this game.
Well, Iron Man's not in it, obviously. Spider-Man's not. So I don't
They're
care.
Marvel.
Exactly, that's why I don't
I
care.
think, yeah, he's making the jokes. He's a Marvel boy.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll move away from that game. Next on the list is a game called Portal Knights.
Yes.
You know
I
about
was,
this, Slazo.
I do know of Fall Knights.
can
I played it many, many years ago.
Come on then, Slazo. Tell us
I
about
couldn't
it.
tell you anything about it. It's been many, many years. I wasn't aware it was still in beta, so this came as a shock when they were like, it's coming out of beta, and I'm like, it's been in beta for like 4 years.
I'll
I
read
still have items in my Steam inventory from it, and I'm like, Jesus.
I'll read a bit of blurb about it then.
Please do.
Leave the familiar world behind and step into the fantastic unknown with Portal Knights. Play with your friends in this action-packed crafting adventure across dozens of sandbox islands connected by ancient portals. No one can remember how long it's been since the peaceful world was torn apart by the fracture, plummeting it into darkness. Is there any soul brave enough to reunite the shattered realm? Begin your journey as a warrior, mage, or ranger. Defeat villainous monsters and epic bosses to level up and hone your skills. And there.
Yeah. I mean, one of the cliques I'm part of is considering like giving it a try at some point. So maybe in the next week or two, when we do the what you've been playing, I'll be able to say, "Oh, remember Portal Knights?" Opinions, but for now, it's like I played it once and I cannot for the life of me remember what it was apart from cell shading. So
I like the idea that when you have an opinion, you like to come in and go, "Opinion!" It was alright. That's, yeah.
that's exactly what I'm going to do. Like, you get like, she'll have forgotten this reference, so when we get to like Chat Podcast 88 and I do that, she'll be like, "That's stupid."
I never forget references.
Okay.
I forget games, not references.
I've read your work.
Oh, it's
I tried to.
it's a reference. That's a reference joke. I see what you. That's just me.
So next on the list is a game which I'm probably going to pronounce wrong again. Hakuki.
He's got this. He's got it.
Top tier.
Kyoto. Hakuki Kyoto wins. Did I get it right? I got it wrong, didn't I? So what's it called?
Oh, there's another U in there. Okay, in that case, it's Hakuoki.
Hakuoki.
Hakuoki Shinkai Kazino Show.
Can you say that in English, please?
Yeah, sure. Hakuoki Kyoto wins.
Thank you. That comes out on PlayStation Vita. It's a visual novel. Slazo, you know what the game is, don't you?
I mean, I don't know every visual novel ever made, thank you.
Well, okay then. It's a visual novel where you can romance the famous samurai of Shinsengumi. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
I did. I'm awful at this. I am terrible. This remastered telling of the beloved Hakuoki series that was first developed and released in 2008 focuses on the story set in Kyoto. Slazo's gonna kill me.
No, I mean, at least you're getting it right now.
Eventually.
We had to brief him before the podcast.
I tell you what, I quite like this blurb. 12 handsome bachelors fall in love as these 12 bachelors battle for your heart in this historical fantasy romance. Over 80 hours of romance, it's longer than my love life, with over 30 different endings. Immerse yourself in the world of Hakuoki through this compelling tale of romance, friendship, and betrayal.
Hey, you want a romance with lots of hot guys? Play this, the end, maybe. It's probably good. I don't know. Hang on, I can look it up if you like. Stall for me for like another 30 seconds.
So Laura,
On the big VN database. Go on.
So Laura, what's your favourite part of the Hakuoki series?
Well, to be fair, I'm really fond of the middle part because you just kind of, it's like the best part. Yeah, my favourite bit is the middle because it has the most packed into it.
It's like you feel like you're getting more from it in the middle.
Yeah, pretty much because I'm
Yeah.
excited to see how it ends, but the ending was kind of
Okay.
really disappointing on the last one.
Yeah.
But the beginning, you know.
Yeah,
So-
good chat, Laura. So Slazo, carry on.
The NDB has it 8.13 from 455 votes. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good.
That is
So, yeah, people actually like this.
That is not bad at all. Next game on the list, there's a lot here, is Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia.
Oh my god, he's on a roll.
I know. To be fair, I honestly thought he was going to go say Valencia again, and I'm like, it's not set in Spain. But carry on,
In a
yeah.
continent torn asunder by warring guards, guide legions of soldiers.
By
to attack-
what in gods?
I was wearing at first, and I was like, they're not wearing.
They're where gods? Oh no.
Where are they? Guide legions of soldiers through tactical battles in this reimagined strategy RPG epic! Uncover the intertwining tales of heroes Alm and Celica?
Celica.
Celica. Engage foes, fend off monsters, and explore 3D dungeons. Your prowess will grow as you master this meddling of modern and classic Fire Emblem gameplay.
It's Fire Emblem 2 remade for a modern generation, and if you've loved Awakening and Fates, then this one will probably be pretty good too, although less weeaboo.
Weeaboo. Yeah, I've never played a Fire Emblem game actually. I feel like I should have, but I never have.
I mean, I'll let you off. I hadn't until Awakening, so.
Oh well. I think also at the same time this game comes out, you get the amiibos for Alm and
Yes.
Celica. Did I say it right? I said it right.
You
I'm on a
did.
roll. So yeah, that comes out this week as well. And finally, the last game is Operation Babel: New Tokyo Legacy. Anyone?
Don't look at me.
Nope. Okay, I'll read it then. Continue the story of Operation Abyss and defend near-future Tokyo from a new threat in this dungeon-crawling RPG. When a mysterious object dubbed the Embryo appears in the sky, the CPA and the X Squad are mobilized to face a new threat. Venture into challenging new labyrinths and create the perfect team to challenge each threat. Featuring a mysterious new story, unprecedented character customization through the new Subblood system, and item-based character ability modifications, Operation Babel New Tokyo Legacy will give you a world to lose yourself in. Like the music.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, nope, I did not play this one. It looks like another bland dungeon crawling game that got alright reviews. So hey, if you want another dungeon crawling game that's weeaboo, yay.
There's a lot of Vita games coming out this week. I say a lot, there's 2, which is a lot.
You cheeky boy. But Vita still gets games. They're mostly JRPGs and indies.
I
but
don't
Vita still
believe
gets
you.
games.
When you say that, that felt like the most start of an argument. The Vita still gets games, and it's like...
Don't
well,
get me wrong.
It
I
gets
don't say
some.
it's alive. I don't say
Okay.
it's alive. I just say it has been... It's doing well in its niche of JRPGs and indies.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that's fair
It's
enough.
been there for a few years, and that's where it's staying.
Yeah, it's fair enough. That sums up, that rounds up our news and releases. So, Slazo, you've got some plugging to do, I believe.
I sure do. Hey kids, did you know I do a series called Saturday Morning Switch? Bet you didn't, because I haven't talked about that for the last 20 weeks. But yeah, Saturday Morning Switch. This week's episode is all about... I'm going to pronounce the game name wrong, even though I was literally
I hope
playing
so.
it earlier today. So luckily I just bring it up on my menu. Kamiko. Yeah, so I thought for a change, hey, I've never done like a Let's Play format style thing on Saturday Morning Switch, so let's do that. Because Kamiko's only an hour-long game. So watch me play through the entirety of Kamiko. And do well at some points, do terribly at other points, get mad at the final boss. It's a laugh. So yeah, if you want to see what Let's Play style content from me would look like, go check that out. I thought it made a nice change of pace. Don't ask me what next week's episode is. I've got no clue.
I'm going to be honest. I'm so interested in next week's episode to see if he actually comes up with something. It's actually made me more intrigued by the no clue. Can't wait.
Thanks.
You'll come up with
I
something.
like mystery. I like mystery. What can I say?
But anyway, moving on to our topic of the week. So last week we sort of teased on that we're going to build a E3 with our topics of the week. And this week we are looking at Sony's conference. We're going to go... Every week we're going to look at different people's conferences, basically. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo's thing. And then we're probably going to do a one on EA, Bethesda, and Ubisoft, all at the same time. So this week we're starting with Sony, so I thought we could sort of talk about what we're expecting to see, and what we're hoping for, maybe stuff that hasn't been announced, or we're hoping for more of something else, if that makes sense. So, I think first of all, we're going to get some Last of Us 2.
Yep.
I think that's pretty obvious.
That'll either be the start or the end.
Yeah, definitely Last of Us 2. I'm hoping for a bit of gameplay, maybe. But I think
they usually do gameplay demos, so
Yeah.
I imagine you'll get gameplay soon.
yeah, that's good. And maybe another trailer to go with it. I think they're going to try and hype this up as much as they can. But then I think they could also go on a slow burn with it.
I feel they'll be more like. I don't think we'll hear anything about it after this E3 until next year's E3. But I feel this will be the first coming out party for Last of Us 2.
Really? I don't think that's that bold, to be fair. I actually think that's quite obvious.
It's like one of their crazy,
Yeah.
like even though it was a new IP, it made them big bucks. So yeah.
And to be fair, I would say, rightly so, because I'd say that's one of the most memorable game experiences
don't get me
I've
wrong,
had in the
like,
last...
I
like,
mean-
it's so deserved.
Putting aside the fact that I've barely played it, like it like to become like a game that's championed as one of the best of a generation. Sure, yeah, you've earned that. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the original Last of Us. I was late to it, but it's so good. But yeah, Last of Us 2 is their big thing now, obviously with Uncharted.
Well, that's the thing. It's not good. You're not going to see Uncharted 5. You might wait. Does the Uncharted spin-off come out before or after?
It comes out after E3, so they'll probably do maybe like the launch
You'll probably
trailer.
have like a gameplay demo of that. or
Gameplay
something.
demo, maybe launch trailer as well.
Yeah.
maybe.
There'd be a lot on that. There'd be a lot on that.
Hey, we're doing games this summer as well, not just in 20 years' time. Here's Uncharted.
Yeah, and I think we might see some more Crash Bandicoot as well. Maybe just like the final.
I will be shocked if you don't see any Crash Bandicoot.
I think that'll be in the same kind of window of like games coming out very soon.
Yeah, because I think we spoke last week that there's a lot of Sony's games are sort of coming out in years time, but there's actually quite a few coming around now, which have been sort of shown off over the last year, like the Wipeout collection as well. That comes out soon. Obviously, you've got the Crash Bandicoot collection. You've got Uncharted. I think there's more. There's probably more. But then there's going to be some more God of War stuff.
Yep,
Definitely.
because we've not heard anything on that in a year. So.
Yeah. Do you think we'll get a release date?
I think we'll get a window,
You'll
not
get
an
a
exact
window.
date.
Like
Yeah.
I'm going with winter 2019.
2019.
I feel
2018.
that's-
Sorry, 2018. Forgot what year it was.
I feel they'll go winter 2017 and then it'll get pushed back.
It'll be like Uncharted, get pushed back to May or whatever.
Yeah, and then it'll
Yeah,
like,
I'm
eventually
ex-
be like April or May.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to come out March sort of time. I don't know why. I have this feeling about March.
Yeah.
No, they usually stick one big game there, and I can see God of War being one that gets pushed into that area.
I'm kind of intrigued, to be honest. Like what I saw last year, I kind of want it. So I kind of hope we're all wrong, and it's like
To
forever
be honest,
along.
it reminded me a little bit of the start of Horizon. After playing Horizon, if that makes Horizon reminded me.
Yeah,
of
well,
that.
I feel like it's God of
Oh,
War
yeah.
mixed with a bit of Horizon, mixed with what made Last of Us look really
To be
cool.
fair, I remember from that conference, for those of us who didn't recognise the God of War like soundtrack because they had an orchestra playing it, like for the good first few minutes, we were like, "What game's this?
Yeah.
This is weird. I don't know." And then finally you see Kratos, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
You there, Kratos.
Yeah, but no, I think that'll be. Yeah, that'll definitely be shown off. And is the Death Stranding as well?
Oh, is that the
bloody
zombie one with the guy
Kojima.
from?
Yeah.
Is that? Oh no, yeah.
Genius.
No,
I
no.
thought it was
Sorry, yeah,
zombie.
it's Death Stranding. Yeah, there's that one.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I
Yeah,
thinking?
I
What's
I
the
hope
zombie
you
one?
see more, because boy, Kojima's talking his usual nonsense crap.
I love Kojima. He's
Yeah,
so,
Kojima's
he's
not-
so
I
good.
know. I've read some of
though.
those interviews on the game. He's talking arse talk. It's like, no, like I don't care. Stop being cryptic. All you do is piss people off. Show the game. So hopefully at E3 shows the effing game.
Wow,
Yeah,
someone's
I think
looked
I think it'll come out again.
Look, it's a baby. It's invisible. It leaves footprints. Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
No.
I wonder if he's going to maybe reveal a bit more about the story or something. Maybe.
I want. Yeah, sure. Why not? Something that isn't just gibberish.
Yeah, and then you've
I
got
mean,
what was the other game with all the zombies that were shown off? I can't
yeah,
remember the name
that's
of it.
is it Last
You're the one who always
something?
think they're not like us.
Oh,
No,
what's
that's a
it called?
comic.
It's the one. Isn't it the one with the guy from Walking?
No, that's Death Stranding.
That's Norman Reedus. That's Death
Oh.
Stranding.
Oh, what's it called?
I think it's the Last something. Oh, something Last, or
No,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
the last. 'Cause that's the last
No.
of us. You're thinking.
24.
Not 24.
No, I'm googling something. Don't worry, I'm finding it.
Oh, what's it called? It's going to annoy
Days
me
Gone,
now.
Days Gone.
Days Gone. Days Gone. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
That
need to
was a
show
very
more of
impressive
that.
tech demo and
Yeah.
then nothing. So.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe we're going to get maybe a
Probably
release-
have something. I think you'll get something more story based at this one to
Yeah.
show like showing you the tech, but here's the actual.
I'd
like,
love more on
context.
this
Yeah.
though. Mate, A3 I was kind of intrigued because obviously it looked like a really cool zombie game, but I'm a little bit sick of zombies. But then I really enjoyed Dead Rising 4.
Yep.
So this looks like, I'm kind of ready to be like, yeah, give me a really epic zombie game again. I was being sick of them. I now want more zombies, so I'm like the problem, but that's not the point.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And then you've got Detroit,
Ah, yes, Detroit, which
I assume was coming out last year, like last winter, and then I'm assuming
What?
it's supposed to be coming out this year.
No, I
So-
don't think Detroit's the one by the heavy rain and all
Yeah.
that people. It was
Yeah.
murder mystery with the
Oh,
android.
was this the one where they had like a million different options and the
Yeah,
cyborg?
yeah.
Yeah, they showed the video of the different options you could pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought that was pretty close to release last year.
I did think it was, to be fair. I thought they were miles. They take ages with these sort of games because of all the options.
And then it's not like nothing's been said of it or been shown of it. Nothing was shown at PSX, I don't think.
If it's shown this year, I still expect it to be a next year release, like late next year.
I think it'll be end of this year. That's what I'm going with for that one. That's my prediction. Are we missing anything else? Any big games we're missing?
Yeah, you are. Final Fantasy VII's going to be there for sure.
I've forgotten about that because it's not been shown for how long?
It was at 2015 and then it skipped 2016.
Yeah,
I think.
It was at PSX 2015.
It was at E3.
Yeah, it was at PSX.
It was the E3 of Dreams. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, because I think they showed off a bit more at PSX, and then it's not been seen since then. I don't think.
I feel like with 15 now out, you're going to see 7 for sure, maybe 16.
Oh God.
Or the next Final Fantasy game.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if they're going to show off some Kingdom Hearts at the Sony one.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is definitely going to be there.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's going to be at the Sony one or if it's going to be at like Microsoft, especially like as a thing like that, but you'd assume Sony because of 2.5.
I wasn't aware it was coming out on Xbox.
Yeah, I think it is. I think, but I'm not 100% on that. But I'd assume that'll be at the Sony conference. Bless you, Laura.
Hi. I was really shocked to be hearing about Final Fantasy VII because you know how much I love Final Fantasy games.
Yeah. What are we
They're up
missing? What else is there?
Any surprises, to be honest, is what you're missing.
Yeah. What would you like to see?
Are we going into fantasy crazy?
Yeah, fantasy.
Fantasy
crazy.
No. Before we go fantasy crazy, I need to keep it really solid. And the game that's meant to be like Saints Row. Do you know the one they did? And I've just forgotten its name completely. That I've literally lost track of.
I forget the name of.
Yeah. That I would like to see some more of that. That's that, and then I'll think of something fantasy crazy. I can't think what it's called. I kept seeing it. Someone was posting on the Retro Remastered Tumblr, which follows all gaming stuff as well. There was like 18 people in a row that were like, "Wow, how does happen to this game?" And I was like, I follow too many Saints Row fan sites on Tumblr because this is an unnatural demand for the game. But I'm trying to work out what it's called while Slazo comes up with it. Oh, Agents of Mayhem.
That's the one. Yeah, Agents of Mayhem.
Agents of Mayhem. I would love to see that make a thing because I'm not really, it is due out this
year.
You
might see Insomniac Spider-Man as well.
Yeah.
A gameplay trailer of that.
Hopefully, yeah.
I love the fact that I'm actually intrigued by a Spider-Man game. I'm all like after how good some of the old ones used to be, but I absolutely did not watch the movies or anything like that.
I love the old Spider-Man game.
But
the
so is it safe to say
that? I think was good. It was 2, wasn't it? Sorry, Graham.
Yeah,
so is it safe to say we all kind of think then pretty much, besides like Last of Us 2, this is mostly just going to be here's updates on games you already know about as opposed to new things?
I pretty much think so. There's enough around.
The only thing that I think might be like a surprise is Bloodborne 2. That's the only one I can think of.
I feel Demon Souls 2 is more likely.
I just feel like, I don't know if how well did Bloodborne do again? Because it felt like it did well.
Yeah, very well.
It was like the dominant PS4 game for a bit.
Yeah, I think Bloodborne 2. That's my surprise for the show. Bloodborne 2.
Well, I'm going... I mean, that'd be cool, but I'm going to go full on, utterly crazy, and say Scalebound.
I've
got to say Sony sweep in and go, hey, Platinum.
Right.
Microsoft dicked you.
I'm not going to lie.
Here's some money. Finish the game.
If that happens after like E3 or during E3, I demand you buy a lottery ticket if that actually happens.
That would be hilarious if that happened. Like, I kind of want to see it now, or if not Scalebound, maybe just a Platinum exclusive.
It's insane, but it's an almost finished game, right? So... Yeah. So and people wanted it.
Yeah, it makes sense for Sony to go, right, here's the money you need to finish off whatever you needed to do. Release it. And it'll probably, I'm not going to lie, it'll probably run better on the PS4.
Maybe, I don't want to get into that, but yeah.
But yeah, no, that would be quite cool. Or if not Scalebound, even just a Platinum exclusive. Maybe.
I mean, they already have Platinum exclusives.
No, but like the one that they make like a big deal out of sort of thing. You know, like a bit like Microsoft did with Scalebound. Sort of thing.
They haven't yet.
But no, that'd be interesting. What's your big surprise, Laura?
My big surprise. See, the fact that I'm thinking, big surprise from Sony. Oh. I don't think there's anything they can surprise me with, to be honest.
Wow.
I think they kind of that year when they were all dreamy, they're like, everything happens. They weren't my dreams, but I was kind of surprised by everything.
What is your dream then, Laura? What is your Sony dream?
Well, to be fair, it's not really my Sony. I don't have a Sony dream at the moment. That's probably why there's nothing they exclusively. I'm sorry, but I'm kind of. I want to just see Agents of Mayhem, and I want to see. I've just forgotten its name. We just spoke about it. The Detroit. There you go. I will be happy with them 2 games with a decent release date. I don't need to be surprised. I have a PS4. I'm not looking at upgrading it to the more powerful model for any reason. So. I'm sorry, guys.
That's fair. I think there might be some VR stuff as well.
And also, if I really want a surprise, I really want to be surprised. So if I am able to come up with what would surprise me, it's not a very good surprise. Just saying.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. But no, I think Sony have got to... It's weird because they've done so well the last 2. They've got to go big again this year to carry on the momentum and the hype. And by going big, I don't mean like, oh, here's another new game, here's another new game, here's another new game. They've just got to carry on the trail of like showing off bits and bobs of all these games and just carry on with that.
I feel they're fine because I mean, like last year's press conference was mostly just game demo game. Like there was no real filler, as it were.
And do you know what? I quite like, but I think that's because they've got PlayStation Expo, where they don't have to come out and say, "Oh, we're doing whatever he's called." What's his name? Can't remember his name.
Hasarai?
No, well, he doesn't have to come out, but you don't have like the likes of Gio Corsi coming out, or what's his name? The guy who sort of presented it last time, like you barely said anything. But you don't.
Him.
Yeah, but you don't have him sort of giving big speeches on how well PlayStation's doing because they save that for PSX when probably more people are interested in that sort of stuff, like the hardcore Sony fans and everything. So I think it's quite good the way they work that, so that E3 is basically game, surprise. Game.
Sony have, I think off the top of my head, one in inverted commas the last 2. So
yeah,
pressure's on
as well. Pressure's on to do that, but if they carry on doing what they've done the last 2, they'll be fine, easily fine. Yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to Sony's conference. It's the one I look forward to the most out of them all.
I look forward to it the most now. Like I didn't used to, but like after the, I don't want to say decline of Nintendo, but like Nintendo are usually solid, but never usually amazing these days.
Yeah,
and then Microsoft
it depends.
Live in their own planet.
It's sometimes really good, and then sometimes it's just terrible, and that's all in the same hour.
Yep.
But whereas
I still just remember last year's Microsoft conference where they managed to convince and then unconvince me.
Yeah.
To buy a console.
This new
it's
Xbox
truly
Slim.
impressive.
Oh, but if you wait an extra year, you'll get an Xbox Scorpio, even more powerful. And the worst part is, I'm saying that I have a Slim, but that's because my Xbox One broke. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought the Slim either. And I quite liked it.
I was like, "Yep, gonna buy a Slim, gonna buy an S. That's awesome." Oh, guess I'm not then.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
But no,
that took a turn.
I think Sony's going to be good. It's on 2 a.m. on June the 13th, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it's
June the 13th.
Yeah, Tuesday, June the 13th, 2 a.m. So if you're in America, it's Monday the 12th, like the evening time. I think 6 p.m. Pacific time, I think.
I love Sony.
I'm not 100% on that, but yeah, so 2 a.m. Do you know what? I'll probably stay up for it because I enjoyed it last time. I think I went to bed on a hype last time.
I probably won't be up for it because, again, I'm on holiday. But,
yeah.
I don't know.
I may have just looked at my inbox and regretted stuff.
So
awesome.
Laura will be there. So anyway, this has been episode 83 of the Party Chat podcast. It has been an absolute pleasure. We'll see you next week for episode 84. And I said 43, and I don't know why I said that. Episode 84. So have a good week, and until then, we will see you then. Goodbye.